I've danced with this demon before. I know what to expect. This thing is going to change the way you think. Going to change everything about your mind. I shouldn't have to warn you about what's going to come. As much as you think you might know me, you never did. I am ready with things you can't expect. Even though you say I don't know anything about you, I know more about you than you could ever. Because you already let me in. Hello everyone and welcome to Bread Wrestling! And as you can already tell by the vignette we just displayed, we are going to be in for a brutal match. Because the Rated R Superstar Edge will be taking on the Bread Wrestling Champion, the Fiend, in No Holds Barred once more. These two wrestled each other 2 years ago in the same stipulation. And judging by that match, I can already tell that this arena is going to be turned into a war zone between the two. And now here comes Edge, a different man than what the Fiend faced before. He is now wiser and more experienced with the Fiend. This time, he's not playing by the Fiend's game. He's playing by his own rulebook. Because the Rated R Superstar has his own agenda. The following is scheduled for No Holds Barred, and is for the Bread Wrestling Championship. First, making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, representing the Judgment Day, the Rated R Superstar, And Edge already bringing out some of the toys for this match, carrying out a whole shopping cart full of them. Clearly, Edge has become more prepared for the Fiend than last time. But one thing I do question though, is if his hubris will get in the way like last time. Because that got in the way of him last match they had. But he also said that he had things the Fiend couldn't expect. And I'm sure you are curious too by what that meant. But I guess we all will see eventually when this match gets started. And this time, Edge has truly let him in. Now it's time to see the arrival of the Bread Wrestling Champion. Do not let his facade blind you, because he is a very, very dangerous man, or even thing. Currently undefeated, and the most feared name in all of wrestling. And Edge has let him in. I can only pray that Edge makes it out alive this time. Because knowing as much as we do about the Fiend, he won't hold back one bit. And especially when it's someone like Edge. And there is your champion. Next, from the Firefly Funhouse, he is the Bread Wrestling Champion, the Fiend. No matter how many times I see this thing in person, I am still astonished by it. From the deepest, darkest parts of Bray Wyatt's mind turned into physical form. And yet, after everything we've seen the Fiend do so far here in Bread Wrestling, I fear we've only scratched the surface of what he's capable of. And especially with the inclusion of this being no holds barred. Wait a minute, what? Edge, just out the bat before the bell even rung, just attacked the Fiend with a spear. Well, I guess this match is underway now. Edge already with a different strategy than last time. That's the reason why he's called the Ultimate Opportunist. And now taking away the Bread Wrestling Championship that was on the mat. And now grasping it within his hands. This might just be our reality when the smoke settles on this match. Now turning to the shopping cart that he's brought, all the weapons in there, and he grabs a kendo stick first. Planning on battering the Fiend, but where'd the Fiend go? Oh, I should have expected this. The Fiend, with his practically teleporting capabilities. And now coming out of nowhere, tackling down Edge. But Edge is trying to resist with the kendo stick in the Fiend's neck. Now rolling over, putting as much pressure possible on the neck. But the Fiend already pulling out the mandible claw, making Edge release the hold. And now just clutching at his neck, it looks like he was barely able to breathe back there. And I think that was only a taste of what both of these two are capable of in No Holds Barred. Because of course anything goes, and their imagination can run wild in this playground of pain. And now the Fiend getting back up onto the apron after shoving Edge into the corner. And now cross-body connecting with Edge. Slamming all his weight down at full force. And just look at what the Fiend is already doing here. Playing a methodical game, changing up the pace at every second. He might give you a moment to breathe for 1 second, then not giving you a chance to react the next. Now going over to Edge, who's on the mat, but gets kicked into the ropes. Bounces off but lands into Edge's forearm. But he's still able to keep balance after that. But oh, Edge isn't done, slamming his face into the turnbuckle. And continues to land the forearms, right into the back of the Fiend's head. Now picking him up, back suplex it seems, lands him on the mat. Edge has been one step ahead of the Fiend. This is going way differently than their first match. Now Edge heading to the same turnbuckle and ripping off the padding. And now exposing the metal behind it. I bet he has plans to... Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Fiend just pulled that steel chair out of nowhere. Already demonstrating the surprisingly fast and agile movements of the Fiend. And now raising up that steel chair. Bad news for Edge. Slamming it into his back repeatedly. And now Edge just keeling over because of it. Trying to retreat out to ringside now. And rightfully so, the Fiend had him cornered right there. But I think Edge is changing his plans, going back to the shopping cart. Oh, whoa, whoa. He just threw that steel chair into the back of Edge. And now because of that, having to crawl to the cart. Using it as support to get back onto his feet. But the Fiend not long behind. But oh, Edge whipping around the trash can lid and now raising it up. Oh! Driving it right into the skull of the Fiend. These two are not holding back in the slightest, it seems. And now Edge placing the lid on top of his face. Oh no! Driving his heels into the face of the Fiend. He could have just crushed the skull of him right there. So far though, Edge has been able to counter almost everything the Fiend has given him. With this display of offense, I feel like Edge might actually have a shot at this. He can't get too overzealous like he is right now though. Just pandering on to the crowd instead of paying attention to the Fiend, which he very much should be doing. Getting lifted up and driven. Oh! Just got driven into the ring post the worst way possible. I am astounded by what I see already. This is exactly what I meant by the Fiend's unpredictableness. He's constantly changing the tempo of the match. And now it looks like he's going for a cover. You don't see that too often from the Fiend. Might be able to end it here though. But no, Edge kicks out right at 2. But I got a feeling that the Fiend was expecting that. And now getting back up and taking Edge with him. And now aiming him and tossing him into the ring post that Edge exposed. Using his own tools against him and now lining him up for the Sister Abigail. Boy, who's that? Oh, come on. We all already know who that is. He doesn't need to conceal his face. We already know it's Dominic Mysterio, the so-called dirtiest player in the game, just interrupting this match, trying to save his mentor Edge. And now just giving him a chance to escape. Just falling back to ringside, but the Fiend dangling on the ropes. Lined up perfectly for Dominic to hit the 619. And there it is, boots into the face. And now Edge bringing out a table from under the ring. Clearly has plans for that, and Dominic trying to hold his own against the Fiend. He faced him before in one-on-one action at Downfall, and it's safe to say he changed too after their match. And oh, Edge slamming the table right into the back of the Fiend. Now tossing it onto the mat, maybe using it for later, and now rushing at the Fiend. And now clothesline, sending them both flying out of the ring with force. Just ended up right next to my commentary desk. Taking the fight now onto this side. Now Edge getting up after that hardy fall. And tries to grab something from under the ring. And oh, grabbed a whole fire extinguisher. And the Fiend, unaware of what's happening behind him, Edge leaps up, hits him right in the head. Goes for a second time, Fiend blocks, he drops the fire extinguisher. Whoa, hey, he just got sent right into my commentary desk again. Oh, but no time to react. Dominic's on the top rope. Launches himself off and onto the Fiend. And now slamming punches right into the mask of the Fiend. But he locked in the mandible claw. Dominic has nowhere to go now. No, what's the Edge doing? He's pulling off the top part of the steel steps. This can't be good. This can't be good at all. And the Fiend releases the mandible claw on Dominic. But oh, Edge! Holy cow! He just sent the steel steps hurling into the Fiend's face. That could do irreparable damage to someone. Edge is really stepping on the gas pedal now. And I'm maybe trying to use the steel steps again. Oh, no. Fiend out of nowhere picks up Edge. Oh, just power bombs him into the steel steps back first. I can't imagine what flying that fast into steel could do to the body. Edge might be out cold after that alone. And now the Fiend picking up Edge again, sending him back into the ring, and an elbow for good measure. The Fiend is truly malicious, but Dominic's back. Oh, not for long. The Fiend powers him off him. And now what's he doing here? Ripping open the shirt. Oh, what on earth is he doing? It looks like he's eating Dominic Mysterio, just biting on his chest. What? What was that? That was just awful to watch. But oh, Edge just driving his lower leg into the back of the Fiend's head. Even considering how intense this match has been so far, it has been very equal on both sides. These two not giving an inch to each other. And now Edge lining up Fiend on the ropes. Oh, whoa. Gets caught and gets slammed onto the metal framing of the table. Another targeted move to the back of Edge. I did just say this is very equal so far, but after watching that, this match is slowly swaying more to the Fiend. Oh, what does he have now? He has a rake. Where did he get that? Oh, no. Oh, God. Just ripping the skin off of Edge's back and now right to the chest. Just scraping the rake across him. Oh, what's this? Oh, no. And now he's choking him out with it. I have never seen a display like this before. This is sadistic. This is downright evil here. And now the Fiend just staring out at the mess he made. Can this please just be over now? And now Edge just trying desperately to crawl away. And here comes Dominic back again. Clutching the place with a Fiend to chew his flesh, but he's not done with him. But clearly, all those jabs didn't faze the Fiend. Now Edge grabbing the table as the Fiend is distracted with Dominic, and he hits him with a Sister Abigail. Dominic has to be knocked out at this point. After that alone, it's probably for his own well-being that he stays down, and now Edge setting up the table in the corner. And the Fiend is still focused on Dominic, so this is a perfect opportunity for him to grab him and chucks him into the table. The Fiend just collapses and breaks the table, but so does Edge. Just landing on the ground from that, clearly all his might taken out after that. And now everyone just limp on the ground. We still don't have a winner decided, and oh, of course, the Fiend is back up already. How? How? The Fiend gets back up already from getting crashed through the table. And now eyeing Edge's supplies held in that shopping cart. And now it looks like Edge slowly but surely getting back up too. Now Edge has left to ringside, scanning for anything that he could use, and he takes out the crutch. And trying to decide what to use it for, and clearly it's not going to be good. But wait a minute! And Edge leaps to the ropes, suicide dive onto the Fiend. And now getting on top of him, and smashing his head onto the stage. These two are unrelenting. This isn't about the Bread Wrestling Championship anymore. This is about Edge and the Fiend duking it out. And now grabbing the trash can, and eyeing the Fiend, lifts it up and chucks it across the back. All of its contents just spilling out to ringside. And I don't think Edge is done with the shopping cart. Oh, yep, there it is. Pulling off a whole wire with hooks attached to it. What on earth is he trying to do with this? And has a sadistic smile on his face as he gets closer to the Fiend. What on earth is he planning to do with this? Oh no, what's this? Putting it around his neck, just choking out the Fiend. This is just horrifying to watch. And now wrapping it tighter. Fiend has nowhere to go, but this match can't end here. The match can only end in the ring. Oh, whoa! The Fiend just slammed a whole sledgehammer into the face of Edge. And now finally free of whatever plan Edge was trying to enact. And now Edge slowly trying to get up. He could have cracked his skull on that sledgehammer. Just paying no attention to the Fiend. And now another sledgehammer strike across the other side of the face. And gets the hurling into the shopping cart. Edge's plan is going very, very wrong. Everything Edge has tried to do has now ended in a massacre of him. Now the Fiend bringing that cable into the ring where Dominic is back up. And for his own health, he should have just stayed down, but he's not stopping, attacking the Fiend, getting him on the ropes, and now he's chucking him to the other side. Trying to do a Hurricanrana, but the Fiend catches him. And lining him up on the rake. Oh! And his back connecting with the spikes of the rake. And now Dominic, please, just stay down after that. And now Edge just surveying his options. Don't know why he has handcuffs or a chain like that. But clearly for nothing good. Oh my god! The Fiend is hanging Edge! Oh my god, what is this? Edge has nowhere to go, just getting the life choked out of him. And now the Fiend just pulling Edge further, bringing him all the way into the ring now. Oh. Edge is gasping for life now. I swear, this is something taken straight out of a horror movie. I can't imagine how Edge is feeling after that. Just getting hung limply without being able to do anything about it. But oh no, the Fiend isn't done, oh my god. Putting the hook right on Edge's jugular, oh my god. Trying to rip his throat out in the center of the ring. This is horrifying to watch. He could tap out here and it'll all be legal. But he's finally able to get the hook out of his neck. This entire match has been going more and more downhill for Edge. I just can't imagine the pain that he's in at this point. And the thing is, I only fear it's going to get worse for him. And now the Fiend waiting above Edge. He goes out for the mandible claw here. Trying to end it, but Edge is fighting for his life, resisting as much as he possibly can. I got a feeling this is the end here. Wait, what? Edge just got saved by someone pulling the Fiend out to ringside. And oh my god, is that who I think it is? And and it is. Finn Balor has arrived to save Edge. Edge has tried to induct him into the Judgment Day, and it seems like it's finally worked. But it also seems like he's the last line of defense for the Judgment Day. Now getting up on the ropes, trying to do as much as he can to the Fiend. Trying to stab the dagger into the Fiend. Coup de grace, but no! The Fiend catches him with a mandible claw. Their last hope might have got snubbed out here. And now a mandible claw slam out onto the stage. The strength to do that is insane. And now going into that mess of junk as the Fiend looms over him. Finn already in a tough situation. And striking him with the metal pipe. That was a bad idea. Oh! Edge with a baseball slide, sending the Fiend onto the ground. He just saved Finn Balor from whatever possible things the Fiend was thinking of. And now communicating with him, it seems like he's fully accepted Finn Balor into the Judgment Day. And now he's picking up the Fiend. And as Edge grabs a shovel and slamming it into the face of the Fiend. And mocking the Fiend as he goes to strike it down one more time. Oh, no! Accidentally hits Finn Balor, and now the Fiend tackles Edge down. Finn Balor just had his neck sliced by that shovel. That could have been fatal. But he's still not done. Gets caught by the Fiend and slammed onto the apron. And now the Fiend taking his attention back to the shopping cart. What else could he possibly be thinking of? Well, at least Dominic is back up, but he sees the Fiend with a barbed wire kendo stick. And he gets hit across the body with it. The Fiend is almost untouchable at this point. I don't understand why. Oh my god. The Fiend using the handcuffs that Edge has brought to immobilize Dominic. And it still looks like he is far from done tormenting these three people. Oh my god. Using the kendo stick to stretch Finn Balor while the barbed wire slices the face and the hand of him, and finally Edge is able to save him. I don't know how on earth Edge is still able to stand. Now Edge leaping with a spear and just not stopping with those punches. Oh, the Fiend has him by the neck though, gets back up. Unfazed by everything, double-handed chokeslam. Launching him across the ring, the strength uncomparable. And yet so unpredictable. What is he planning on doing here? Oh no, has the chain that Edge brought and now wrapping it around his neck and his hand. Edge is just practically defenseless at this point. What can he even do anymore? The Fiend just playing with his food now, launching him back into the exposed turnbuckle. And now doing the ballroom dance sequence, lining up for the end of Edge with the sister, Abigail. But it seems like the Fiend isn't done yet. Going one more time for the mandible claw. And Edge has officially passed out. And now defenseless goes for the pin, and the Fiend retains. And Sue Wrestling Champion, the Fiend. Finally this match is over. Finally, the Fiend put Edge to rest here. The Fiend proven himself as an unstoppable force. Truly the stuff of nightmares. And Bread Wrestling has become his domain. At this point, what else can the Fiend endure? He's gone through the Mountaintop game, a 12-man battle royal, and this horrific match with Edge. Who else would even dare to step up to the Fiend? No, I think we just got our answer. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, has something to say. I wouldn't even dare to be in the same ring as the Fiend. Cody Rhodes has to have a death wish or something like that. What he wants is the Bread Wrestling Championship, and he doesn't care who he has to go through to get it. Even if that is the man plaguing Bread Wrestling. This is truly a sight to behold. And I believe we know the next target for the Fiend. So Cody Rhodes, be careful and choose your next steps very wisely.